Have you ever wondered what the internet of the future might look like? Imagine a world where instead of looking at screens, you step inside them. Where websites are not flat pages, but immersive environments. Where social media is not about scrolling, but about walking, talking, and interacting with people in shared digital spaces. This is the promise of the Metaverse. And today, I will take you deep into what it is, how it works, and how it could transform the internet forever. Stay with me until the end, because the way you see the online world might change completely after this conversation. Let's start with the basics. The word metaverse is made up of two parts. Meta, which means beyond, and verse, from universe. So literally, it means beyond the universe. In practical terms, the metaverse is a collective digital space where physical and virtual realities blend together. It is not a single app, not a single company, not even a single platform. Think of it as a massive, interconnected digital ecosystem where people can work, play, socialize, shop, and create, all in real time, using avatars that represent them. The idea of the metaverse is not new. Back in 1992, a science fiction writer named Neil Stephenson described a digital universe in his novel Snow Crash. Later, movies like The Matrix and Ready Player One gave us visuals of people plugging into digital realities that felt as real as the physical world. At the time, these stories seemed like fantasy, but fast forward to today, and technology is catching up fast. With virtual reality headsets, augmented reality glasses, blockchain economies, and high-speed internet, the pieces are falling into place to make the metaverse real. So how exactly would it work? Let's picture it. You wake up in the morning and put on lightweight augmented reality glasses. Instead of unlocking your phone, your messages appear floating in front of you. You walk into the kitchen, and while making coffee, your glasses project a recipe tutorial onto the counter. Later, you go to work, but instead of commuting, you slip on a virtual reality headset and enter a shared office space in the metaverse. Your co-workers are there too, represented by avatars. You brainstorm, share documents, and collaborate as if you were in the same room, even though you are all scattered across the globe. After work, you meet friends in a digital plaza, go to a virtual concert, or play a game that feels more immersive than anything on today's consoles. The line between the digital and physical is no longer clear because the two worlds flow into one another. What makes this vision so powerful is that it is not limited to one area of life. The metaverse has the potential to reshape almost everything we do online. Think about shopping. Right now, you browse websites with static images. In the metaverse, you could walk through virtual stores, try on clothes with your avatar, see how furniture looks in your real living room using augmented reality, and make purchases that feel interactive rather than abstract. Or think about education. Instead of reading a textbook about ancient Rome, you could walk the streets of a digital reconstruction of Rome, hear the sounds, talk to virtual guides, and immerse yourself in history in ways never possible before. Learning becomes an experience, not just information. The business world sees enormous opportunities in this. Companies are already buying digital land inside metaverse platforms like Decentraland and The Sandbox. They set up virtual offices, billboards, and event spaces. For them, the metaverse is like a new frontier, the digital equivalent of buying property in a growing city. Just as businesses rushed to claim their space on the internet in the 1990s, they are now rushing to secure their presence in the metaverse. It feels like déjà vu, a new digital gold rush where people believe that being early could mean massive rewards later. But the metaverse is not just about spaces and visuals. At its core, it is about connection. Right now, the internet is largely two-dimensional. You look at a screen, type text, watch videos, or send images. The metaverse promises three-dimensional interaction. You don't just see, you participate. You don't just scroll, you move. This change might sound small, but it could be as dramatic as the leap from radio to television or from printed newspapers to social media feeds. It redefines what it means to be online. Let's talk about the technology that makes this possible. Virtual reality provides immersion. Augmented reality blends digital overlays with the physical world. Blockchain gives the metaverse an economy, allowing digital assets like clothes for avatars or land parcels to be owned, traded, and sold securely. Cloud computing and 5G networks provide the speed and processing power to handle massive virtual spaces filled with people from around the world. All these technologies are converging to make the metaverse not just possible, but inevitable. Of course, every big vision comes with challenges. The first is accessibility. Not everyone has the expensive headsets or high-speed internet needed to experience the metaverse fully. For it to truly transform the internet, it has to be affordable and easy to use. Another challenge is standards. Right now, different companies are building their own versions of the metaverse, but they don't always connect with each other. Imagine if the internet had hundreds of separate islands that didn't link together. That is where the metaverse is now. For it to thrive, these platforms need to interconnect so that your avatar, your digital identity, and your assets can move freely across them. There are also concerns about privacy and control. If the metaverse becomes the main way we work, play, and live online, who owns it? Who sets the rules? Will it be dominated by a few tech giants, or will it be decentralized and owned by its users? These questions are still open, and the answers will shape not only the metaverse, but the very future of digital life. Now let me give you a creative comparison. Think of the early days of the internet in the 1990s. Websites were basic, clunky, and slow. Many people dismissed it as a fad, but over time it became central to everything, from business to entertainment to relationships. The metaverse today is at that same early stage. The graphics might look cartoonish, the headsets might feel bulky, and the applications might seem limited. But remember how far the internet has come in just 3 decades. The metaverse could follow the same trajectory, from niche curiosity to everyday necessity. And here's a story that shows how real this is becoming. In 2020, during the pandemic, the musician Travis Scott held a concert inside the video game Fortnite. Over 12 million people attended virtually. They watched a giant digital version of him perform, complete with stunning effects that would be impossible in the real world. For many, it felt like a glimpse of the future. Entertainment in the metaverse can scale in ways physical venues never could. One stadium might hold 50,000 people. A digital world can host millions. Another fascinating aspect is identity. In the metaverse, you are represented by an avatar, but that avatar does not need to look like you. It can reflect your personality, your creativity, your imagination. Some people might choose avatars that mirror their real selves, while others might take on completely different forms. This flexibility can empower self-expression, but it also raises questions about authenticity and relationships. If you meet someone in the metaverse, are you meeting the real them or a digital mask? And does it matter if the connection feels real? The potential for work is also immense. Remote work has already exploded, and the metaverse could take it to the next level. Instead of staring at boxes of faces on a video call, you could sit at a virtual table with your team, sketch ideas on a shared whiteboard, or prototype a product together in 3D. The sense of presence could bring back some of the collaboration lost in traditional remote setups. For businesses, this could mean higher productivity and new ways of connecting talent globally. And what about education? Imagine a science class where students shrink down and walk inside a human cell, seeing organelles up close. Or a geography class where they climb Mount Everest virtually. Learning becomes not only informative, but unforgettable. The metaverse could democratize education by bringing these experiences to anyone with access, no matter where they live. It could be the end of boring lectures and the beginning of truly interactive learning. Of course, we cannot ignore the risks. Spending too much time in immersive digital spaces could blur the line between reality and fantasy. Addiction, mental health challenges, and over-reliance on digital identities are real concerns. Just as social media has brought both connection and problems, the metaverse will magnify those effects. Regulation, balance, and awareness will be crucial to ensuring it benefits society rather than harms it. At its heart, the metaverse is about evolution. The internet started with text, then images, then video, and now interaction. Each step brought us closer to deeper connection. The metaverse is the next step, turning the internet from something we look at into something we live in. It is a shift from flat to spatial, from static to dynamic, from watching to being. So when people ask, what is the metaverse and how can it change the internet? The answer is simple but profound. It is the next layer of the digital world, one where presence replaces pages, where experiences replace clicks, and where imagination is the only real limit. It could change how we shop, how we work, how we learn, how we play, and even how we see ourselves. Whether it fulfills its promise depends on the choices we make now, the technologies we build, and the values we embed in it. And now, I want to hear from you. Do you believe the metaverse will truly replace the internet as we know it? Or do you think it is just hype? Would you enjoy living part of your life inside these digital spaces? Or do you prefer the simplicity of today's web? Share your thoughts in the comments, because this debate is just beginning. And if this video helped you understand the metaverse in a new way, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next big exploration of the technologies and curiosities shaping our world.